Hello and welcome to I Am Geek, the show for the geek in all of us. This is episode 28, and we continue our Hallow Geek. This is actually the last episode of Hallow Geek, and then we'll go back to our regular I Am Geek.
Boring.
October is ending. Yeah, boring. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll just do Hallow Geek all year round if that's what the listeners want. But we've got a lot packed into the show. We're still, they're making me laugh on camera. Oh, here we go. This is going to be fun. Fun night. We got a lot to do tonight. A lot to go over. A lot to talk about. So we're going to jump right in. But Chris is here. Katrin's here. The normal gang. Our special guest, Ghost Steve, is still hanging around somewhere. Woo.
Hey, Steve!
Wouldn't that be a horrible name for a ghost? Ooh, I'm going to haunt you. My name is Steve. Steve. I think we've lost Chris, I think. I don't think Chris is here.
His audio is not working.
His audio is dead.
Or maybe he's really quiet.
Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Sometimes I hit mute to clear my throat. And obviously, I did not unmute it.
So should we start over or just keep going?
I'll just keep going.
Just keep it going.
Why not? Why not? I'll just catch you up to what I was saying. Blah, blah, I'm a vampire, blah. I want to suck your blood, blah. And yeah, that's it. That's all you missed from me.
Oh, good. Well, there we go. Anyways,
speaking of Dracula.
Uh-oh.
He came to visit.
This will be real quick. So they bring back the old cereals during Halloween. They have the Count Chocula, Boo Berry,
yes.
and the Frankenberry.
Frankenberry, yep.
Yeah, so we bought all three, and my son loves the chocolate one, and he's tried the others, but I think he just likes the marshmallows out of those, and he won't eat the rest. But yeah, so do y'all enjoy those cereals at all?
Yes,
I used to. I haven't had them in a while.
I actually got some last year, and there's still like a box in our cupboard.
Do you remember the one?
I get them for Jenny, like my wife. She loves them. And I don't know, she didn't eat one of the boxes. It's still in there. I'm sure it's still good.
It probably is. That's the scary thing.
Yeah, it's all preservatives. It's fine.
Yeah. So I was okay seeing the Count Chocula, but when the berry ones came out, when they brought those out, my son was eating them. It kind of made me sick feeling because when I was younger, I got sick on the Smurfs cereal, the Smurf berries.
Oh, I remember those.
I was sitting in front of the floor television set, the floor model at my grandparents' house, and I threw up right there watching cartoons. So it was weird. I hadn't thought about that in forever. And then I saw them and kind of smelled the cereal, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's like making me flash back. And I was like, I can't do it. Oh.
Now, do you remember the other? So do you remember all of the monster-themed cereals? So we got Count Chocula, we got Frankenberry, Boo Berry. Do you remember the other two?
There's a werewolf one?
Yeah.
A werewolf?
Yeah, do you remember what it's called?
Harry Bear? Halle Bear? No.
Wolf Dingleberries?
No, that would be a good one. No, they were called Fruit Brute.
Oh.
Fruit Brute, and they were frosted fruit flavored cereal with lime flavored marshmallows. And then the relaunch had
that didn't work.
Yeah, the relaunch had frosted cherry flavored cereal with marshmallows. Still does not sound very good. And then there was another one called the Fruity Yummy Mummy, and they had frosted fruit flavored cereal with vanilla flavored marshmallows. And then the relaunch had frosted orange cream flavored cereal with marshmallows. So that one
I never remember the Mummy, but
the Mummy was just all dust when you poured it out. Really. It was just all crunched up dust.
It was introduced. Yummy Mummy was introduced in '87, but discontinued in '92, and then brought back in 2013, and then discontinued in 2014.
Because nobody bought it.
Yep. Same thing with Fruit. Well, Fruit Brute was 1974. Boo Berry 1973, and then Frankenberry 1971. and Count Chocula in 1971. So Count Chocula and Frankenberry was the original ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Count Chocula's always stuck around.
Yeah.
Right?
The three top ones have always been seasonally.
Yeah.
But Fruit Brute and Yummy Mummy is the ones that disappeared and then came back and then disappeared again.
Wow.
They went into the vault.
Yeah, they went into the monster cereal vault.
There you
What in the
go.
world? Then I clicked on. I'm just looking this up. Prizes that you could get them. You could get in prizes with them. These are the prizes. If they did some of these prizes today, what in the world? Posters, paint sets, speedster cars, parachutes, and even vinyl advertising figures were produced. There you go. You can get a paint set with your cereal.
Paint set. Hey, you can use the milk to kind of massage it around. Yeah. That's how you paint. That's a technical term.
This is a technical artistic term.
It's a technical artistic term. Massaging the paint.
There you go.
There you go. Fun fact.
You would know, but me as an artist, massage the paints around, sculpt it.
That's wow.
Yeah.
There we go. I don't know what
There
to
you
say
go,
this.
folks.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Good night, everybody. But we had a lot of questions, and then we also want to. We said last week we talked about Halloween decorations from our past, and then also ghost stories or spooky stories that have happened to us or people that we know.
What?
And then we have a bunch of questions that I don't know if we'll be able to get to all of them.
Wow.
Whoa.
I know there's so many. Moving on up in the world.
Yeah.
Questions.
They
But-
like it.
We don't have to use other people's questions now.
Yeah.
Oh, but that was fun.
It was fun. Hijacking other people's Twitter. So
After this episode, we may have to go back because we may lose a lot of listeners. Anyways, so growing up for Chris and I don't know about Katrin, but we would heavily decorate our house for Halloween.
So heavenly.
Yeah, it was
You're-
so heavenly.
You're getting on to me for using the word massage, and you're like heavenly.
Still, I think that's better than massaging your paint. But anyways, we would our father would and us we would decorate our house. We had a graveyard. We had bodies that would hang from places. We had everything.
We had one of my favorite things was we had a spider, a little fake spider that we attached to a fishing line, and our front door had the two doors, had the screen door and then the regular door, and we would put the string. There was like a little hook right above the outside door, and the string would go up that, and we pull the spider up to the top and secure it in the door. So whenever we open the door, the spider would drop down in front of the person's face who was outside the door. So we scared a lot of pizza men.
Oh yeah,
with that.
got a lot of free pizza that way.
That's true.
Nice.
So before I jump into a story, because I've got probably my favorite story of our house on Halloween when it was all decorated. Katrin, did you guys did your family decorate, or did you just sort of have the porch light on, or did you just like turn it off completely?
No, yeah, we had the porch light on. We didn't have a whole lot of decorations. The only one I can remember, and we probably had more than this, but you remember the old skeletons that were the paper with the rivets or whatever, and they fold up and you can put it away. And that's the only thing I remember that would hang on the door. That's about it. I'm sure we did pumpkins. Yeah, we did pumpkins. But nothing too scary. Yeah. We do a little bit more now, but at our house. But growing up, I don't think we did a whole lot. So.
Oh, that's okay. We had the paper skeleton.
Yeah, that was back then.
Yeah, that was the thing back then.
That was the thing. So
You weren't anything if you didn't have a paper skeleton.
Yeah.
that's right.
Now they have like skeletons that look real that you buy at Target.
That move or jump out or whatever.
An actual
Gyrate.
I saw a lady today in Target that was just casually going through the store with this like life-size, realistic-looking skeleton just sort of sitting in the cart, hanging its arms out like it was just taking a little rest. I was like, huh, well, there we go. But we had like a graveyard that had like the gravestones had like Lizzie Borden on it, and Count Dracula.
Yes.
And who else did we have? Frankenstein, maybe.
I got the picture somewhere.
Oh, you got a picture.
Yeah, he sent me because I want to make our own as well. That our dad did, and I wanted to base them off, so it'd be like Street Gravestones 2.0.
Oh.
So yeah, we had Count Dracula, and he had a born date of 1802, and then died. It was like 1858, and that was crossed out. Then 1869, and that was crossed out.
Nice.
1880 crossed out. 1904 crossed out, and then a question mark at the bottom.
Oh.
And then we had Lizzie Borden, born 1903, killed in 1935. And then the two other ones were Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, born 1869, died 1920? Question mark. And Baron von Frankenstein, born 1796, died 1850.
Yeah, the creepy thing is though, like when I was a kid, I was like, oh, that's funny. All these characters they put on here, and then like growing up and realizing, oh wait, so Lizzie Borden was a real person, and Jack the Ripper was a real person that like murdered people. We just had them in our presenting them in our yard for everyone to see as they go down the street.
No problem. But he had made, like, our father was ingenious with this. I think he had gotten those yard sale signs that you just put out like for garage sale.
It was like the corrugated material
stuff. And he rounded the edges on one side. I can show Katrin. I got a picture.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, he rounded the top to make it tombstone shaped, and then put like I think he stapled them to like posts or something.
No,
on the back.
They had these metal like you would put down in the ground, those yard signs, the metal strips. They would go up inside of it, and then you would just you'd shove them down the ground, just like like a yard sale sign.
Okay, I'm thinking of the hand. We took a glove, like a work glove.
Yeah, we put a stake with a
glove. And put a stake in that.
And it would be coming out of Dracula's grave.
Yeah, shove that down the ground. So like Dracula's coming back.
And we had these two huge trees in our front yard that dumped lots of leaves, so we would rake all the leaf piles up over the grave sites, so it looked like mounds where the people were buried. So that was always cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we had bodies hanging from trees and...
Oh, have you seen the people getting in trouble for doing all that? Now it's like there was one person. Now this is kind of understandable. They had their house not decorated at all, but they had a dummy in the yard with a knife in its stomach, and just like laying in the yard, and people were complaining, and that it was a message to somebody or something.
Oh gosh, how times have changed.
Yeah.
But my favorite year, and I'll never forget this year, is the year that we had an actual like Old West looking coffin on the front porch, because it was our mother's. I don't want to get in trouble.
I'll say it.
I don't remember exactly.
It was our mother's 40th anniversary.
Was it her 40th
birthday? 40th birthday. Yeah.
40th? Okay, I didn't want to say the wrong year.
No, it was the 40th birthday because over the hill, you're 40.
You're old.
But they got this casket for our birthday party because she was born on the 30th. Happy birthday, Mother.
Happy birthday.
Mom.
Mama.
Born on the 30th of October, so it was like a Halloween type party. And
she's a witch.
Coffin. Yeah, supposedly that's the day witches are born. We won't go into that. But so they had this casket at her birthday party with a dummy in it with her face on it. Yeah, she freaked out. That made her so mad. But so then after that, I don't know if our dad just dug this up in some cemetery or something.
I think he did. I really think he did.
Because it disappeared after Halloween. I don't know where it went.
He was resourceful.
Yeah. It was like old wooden, you would see it when you watch Tombstone, the Undertaker would have. It's got the the weird coffin shape. Looks like Dracula or whatever.
There's a foot inside of it too. I don't know where that came from.
But so after the birthday party, we set it up on our front porch, like we stood it straight up, leaning up against the wall. And I had a couple of my friends over for Halloween night, and we decided that okay, one person's going to be at the door to answer, and then one person is going to be in the coffin, and then one person is going to be around the corner in the garage where we can look out to see when people are coming. With that, we didn't have a chainsaw, but we had like one of those hedge trimmers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that you plug in that would still make noise, and it looks sort of like a chainsaw because it had the blade that went like this. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, so one of my friends, I was like, okay, you stand at the door and hand out candy, and then other friend got in the coffin, and then I hid in the garage. So I was all dressed up, probably with that mask on with the head split. I don't know.
You may have, yeah.
That we talked about on the other episode. But so we were getting like, people were getting scared with our friend popping out of the coffin and stuff. But this one kid, oh my goodness, it was hilarious. I don't know how to say this in a politically correct way, so I'm just going to say it because whatever. He was a little overweight. Rather larger kid.
He was a happy child.
He was
a happy child.
Well fed.
Yes, well fed. He came strutting up to the house, and we had the graveyard, and we had the spooky music playing, and the bodies hanging from everywhere.
Did you have a strobe light going too?
Probably had the strobe light going. I still have that strobe light. Still use it to this day. Had all this stuff going. He sees the. He comes strutting up like he's big stuff. Sees the casket. Coffin, and he's like, oh, I know somebody's in there. He's like, you're not gonna get me. And so my friend opens the front door, and he's like, oh, you got us. He's like, yeah, you can't get me, you guys aren't scary. And then the guy comes out of the coffin. He's like, you got us, you're so good, can't scare you. He's like, yeah, you're nothing. And then I walk up behind him as he's just laying into them how we can't scare him and stuff. And I just hit the... I have never seen a fat kid run that fast in my life.
Wow.
I mean, a well-fed kid run that fast in my life.
Well-fed guy.
He did not stop running. I mean, he didn't even get the candy. He did not stop running until he got to the end of our neighborhood and where there was a busy street that you had to cross. He stopped at that stop sign to make sure there was nothing coming and then kept on going. And it was the funniest thing because, I wouldn't make fun of the kid if he just walked up and got scared, but he made sure that my friends knew that we were, lame and there was no way we were going to scare him and, we're just a bunch of goofballs and stuff. But when I hit that hedge trimmer, not even a chainsaw, and our porch is like up like a few steps.
Yeah.
He didn't. I don't even know if he hit any steps. He just it was like a cartoon running off there in midair and then just keep going. But I have never seen a kid run that fast. That was.
And then we had to hose off the porch.
It was so funny. But it was just a couple of my best friends growing up. Sadly, one of them is no longer with us. He has passed on, for real. But that was one of my favorite memories of those two guys. That Halloween, and it was just it was so funny. I'll never forget that. A little hedge trimmer, orange hedge trimmer, scaring a kid, making him run all the way down our street. But we would do stuff like that all the time. It was
and kid, if you're listening to us now, we're sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry. No, are you sorry?
He just relived that.
It.
Yeah, he deserved it for. He could have just walked up and go, "Oh, that was good. Can I have some candy?" But no, he had to rub it in, and he got what was coming to him, I guess. But we would hide in which probably looking back, we would hide in piles of leaves on the side of the road, which probably is not a smart thing because I'm sure a car could just run us over, and we'd wait for people to be out walking and just jump out of the leaves and scare them and stuff. It was fun back then. I don't think we could get away with half the stuff nowadays because people would, call us out for stuff. But
probably,
yeah. But it's a good time, but I'll never forget scaring that poor little kid. Well, poor kid. Um, who knows? That night could have changed his life. It could have put him on the straight and narrow.
And I'm sure you can scare a lot more kids still.
Oh, I could scare a lot more kids. If my wife would let me,
I would still do.
Oh yeah, I scare my wife all the time. One year for Halloween, we were it was when we lived in Florida, and then we'll get on to other stuff. She had came home and like we had heard something in our garage, and we thought there was a snake or something somewhere. Well, we knew there was a snake around our house. We couldn't find it outside, not inside. So she came home. And we had one of those doors, the house that we lived in there. I don't know if you remember those. It's like old houses that would have the slats on the doors that you could open and close, the little windows. So we had one of those leading into the garage. And so she came home, and I locked the deadbolt so she couldn't get inside. And before she got home, I put a walkie-talkie behind the trash can, and I had one inside. So she gets out of the car. And she starts hearing, I start making scratching noises on the walkie-talkie. Start making noises. She's like, what is that? And I start making louder noises. She's like, what is that? What is that? She runs to the door and she's locked. She's like, let me in. She's screaming and I'm making all these noises right behind her. And then over the walkie-talkie, I just go, Happy Halloween. And she got so mad at me.
So you're still married.
Yeah.
And she had children with you.
Yeah. I can't wait to prank them. We do pranks all the time.
I scare my wife just by walking in the room. I don't have to do anything I'm apparently a very silent walker. Ninja almost. I'm not even trying. I'll just walk in a room and she'll look up and see me standing there, and I think she about has a heart attack every time. And I didn't do anything. I have a feeling I could say like, "Hey, I'm coming in the room." I think that would scare her too, probably. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm coming in. I don't think
She got scared. She got scared when I was there last weekend. Not by you, but by the cat. That was hilarious.
Yeah, we sat down to watch a movie, and our cat had a hairball. And earlier in the day, she puked up a couple times, and there's some hair in there. Like, okay, we're good. She coughed up the hairball. We're fine. And then we sat down to watch the movie, and me and Jenny were on the couch, and Ryan was on the chair, and our cat Widget likes to sit up behind us on the couch, and I'm sitting there watching the movie. And I suddenly see something white in the corner of my eye, and I look around because they had just eaten dinner, and it was chicken. It was like canned chicken, and I look over, I see this mucusy chicken stuff start like pouring down the side of the couch. I'm like, ugh! And she looks over to me, thinking like I said "ew" to something that happened in the movie. Like, what are you saying "ew" to? And she's like, "Oh my gosh!"
It was so loud. She was screaming so loud, and it went on for 5 minutes at least. She just kept screaming.
Look, I have to get something, do something.
Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
It kept pouring.
And to me, I'm just laughing because I'm like, that happens every day at my house. We have a newborn. That's just what happens. I'm just laughing. But we watched Get Out. We watched the movie Get Out.
Yes.
And it was really good. I highly recommend.
Really good.
I recommend Get Out. And if I'm sure the writer of the movie is listening, because why wouldn't he be?
Of course he is.
It was written by Peele.
Jordan Peele?
Yeah, from Keenan and Peele, or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, it was fantastic. But there's a character in it that's like a TSA worker. It's like the friend of the main character. I want a movie based on this guy because he was hilarious.
He was great.
I just want to watch a movie of him in the TSA.
Yeah, because he's like us throughout the whole movie. Like, because I know why they called it Get Out. I don't know necessarily. I can't remember if necessarily anybody said Get Out.
Yeah,
in the movie.
The one dude that who's when his eyes get flashed, he goes, "Get out."
Someone does. But when you're watching it, that's all you're thinking during the movie. You're just like, "Get out, Get out.
Get out.
Dude, go. What are you still doing there?
Yeah. It was so good though.
Great.
It was so good. And there was a guy in it, like the brother, and the whole time I thought he was like Macaulay Culkin's brother, and we're like, he's got to be like a Culkin brother, but he wasn't. He just looked like him.
He was Banshee from X-Men First Class.
Yeah, he looked a lot different in this movie.
Looked really different, like he'd been on PCP or something forever.
But yeah, I highly recommend watching Get Out. It was fun. It was good. Yeah.
And
not necessarily a horror movie, but it was like a thriller.
Suspenseful. Yeah, suspense kind of thriller, kind of mess with your head. And we also watched It.
What? We watched what?
You watched Get Out. Oh, okay.
No, It. The movie It.
Oh.
It. About the clown.
Yes, we did.
And that was good.
It was great too. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. And they're coming out. They're merging the franchises together, coming out with a sequel. Get It Out.
Get It Out.
Get It Out.
Get It Out.
I would watch that movie. It'll be just the TSA agent going up against It.
Yes.
Get It Out.
It was good though. It was.
Yeah, it was good.
Did you like it better than the miniseries from?
Oh
90?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, the actor from the first movie, he played the clown.
Tim Curry.
He's great in it. He's like the best part of that old stuff. Like the kids for the most part did a pretty good job. The adult actors, I don't think they knew what they were doing. Like
Harry Anderson, come on!
I know, I love Harry Anderson, but I couldn't take it. Maybe if I watched it a long time ago and never watched it again, feel like that was great. But like watching it recently, I'm just like, eh.
No, the new version was definitely better.
Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoy it. Highly recommend.
Highly recommended.
Highly recommend.
Now I just want to know who they're going to cast for the adult versions for Chapter 2, which comes out sometime, 2019 maybe. I want to see Chris Pratt play the, I forget his name.
Oh, the main kid.
No, not the main kid.
Oh, the well-fed
kid.
The well-fed kid. Yeah.
Oh, we have a theme going here. Anyway, I want to see him. I think he would be funny in that character.
Yeah, I think so. That'd be good. I want to see Amy Adams play the little girl.
Beverly, is that her name? I don't know.
I don't
remember the names. Amy Adams, or somebody said Jessica Chastain, or
she'd be good too.
It was good. So 2 good movies in one weekend, which is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh no. Wow. Anyways, so sort of went off on a rabbit trail there, but it's a good rabbit trail.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely see Get Out and see It. That's your homework. I don't know.
Yeah. Do it now.
So Katrin, you have to do that.
Okay.
Get out.
Get it.
See it.
Get out. Oh, okay.
Get out and see it.
Oh.
Get it out.
But yeah, we'd love for you to share with us on social media your favorite decorations growing up, just so we know. And big friends. We could be friends. Big friends.
We're dying to know.
We're dying to know. We should have we have a Facebook page. We should have a Facebook group because all of our fans or listeners, I'm sure they'd want to jump on there and chat.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, post things.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that. I didn't figure it out. Anyways, so we we're going to talk about Halloween decorations, and then we said we're going to talk about spooky stories or ghost stories and stuff. So we have Chris and I have some ghost stories. Now we grew up in East Tennessee, the mountains of East Tennessee, and
where all the ghosts lie.
I guess
That's
so.
right.
Or the Appalachians there.
Oh yeah, there's so much in Tennessee, really too. Like in Middle Tennessee too, the Bell Witch and all kinds of stuff.
And Jonesboro, the oldest city in Tennessee, they have they have a national storytelling festival which I loved going to.
Yeah.
I missed that this time of
Yeah,
year.
they would have one night would be dedicated to scary stories, which was just awesome. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, and they would do it
Or
like
it still is awesome, I'm sure.
Yeah, like they would. I mean, the sitting there, since is the oldest city in Tennessee, they kept it, looking like you're still in the past when you go to the city. So just like the ambiance around you with these people telling ghost stories was amazing. So there's a lot of history of this kind of stuff happening, and our grandmother, which we called Mamaw. Yeah, she lived well into her 90s.
Like 96.
Yeah, and she had the stories to tell, and she had one story that really stuck out about her neighbor. Chris, you want to tell, or do you want me to share?
Yeah, I can tell it. I like it. You've got other ones to tell.
Oh, I do. Oh, there was the one about the goat. Yeah.
Yeah, the goat. Yeah. the goat that no one remembers but you.
Yeah.
Nice. So long time ago, she had these neighbors, and did I hiccup anything?
No,
okay.
A long time ago.
A long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was really just Tennessee.
A few states and a couple counties away.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's her neighbors. The husband was really sick, and he'd been sick for a while. And he'd be in and out of the hospital. Sometimes he'd have good days, and a lot of times he had bad days and everything. And a lot of times, like especially when he was healthy, he would cut through her backyard, going to their house from somewhere else, like down the street or whatever. And it was all neighborly back then. Everybody just like, hey, everybody knew each other, so stuff like that was often done. One day she was like washing dishes or something at the counter, and she looked up and she saw him passing through their yard. She's like, oh, it must be one of his good days. And she like waved, and he waved. And she's like, oh, I should call them later and see how he's doing and everything. And a few hours later or so, I believe she got the call saying that he had died actually that morning before she saw him going to the yard at the hospital.
Ooh.
So,
dun, dun, dun.
She saw his ghost traveling one last time, going through her yard, going home from the hospital, I guess. But yeah,
creepy.
Yeah, she was very attuned to things like that.
Yes, I swear she told me a story about this ghost goat. I swear she did, but I don't remember the exact details, and nobody else can remember.
I'm telling you, you were the chosen one to pass this down to stop this ghost goat from doing something horrible to everyone.
It's like
in the world.
I remember her telling the story about when they were kids. They would go to this house, and they would hear a goat, or they saw a goat, and then it disappeared or something. I don't know. It's weird.
There was a story of there was like a abandoned house that they would pass as kids, and they saw like a old woman in the window up top one time, thinking there was a ghost woman up there, and they went in the house to look for her, and she wasn't there.
But there's a goat. There was a goat there somewhere.
Maybe it was the goat. Maybe that's the story. They went in, they found the goat.
Maybe so. That wasn't a woman. It was a goat in a dress. This is actually answering one of our questions. Our friend Jared asked if there's any paranormal events ever happened to you. So we're sort of answering that one. Didn't happen to me, but we have another story. I don't know what it is with our family. Our mother supposedly also saw a ghost in our house. A ghost in our house that we grew up in. Now, while I lived there, I don't think I ever saw a ghost. Did you see a ghost, Chris?
Didn't see a ghost. One time I was there for a visit, and it was we've grown up, moved out of the house and everything, and I came back, And we were sitting there, and it was really stormy and windy outside. And me and my dad were watching something on TV, and our mom was like doing some Mary Kay stuff in another room or something. And we have a door that leads down to a basement where Ryan used to live because we just kind of shoved him down there after a while with the cricket spiders and everything. And we're just sitting there watching TV, and suddenly that door we just hear a click, and it just starts slowly opening.
Oh, that was Steve, the ghost.
Stop. It was Steve. Well, I mean, we figured it out because like it was so windy outside. Sometimes the wind actually gets under the house and like into the basement a little bit and causes the pressure. And the door hadn't shut all the way before.
Yeah, it would do that all the time. Yeah.
So yeah, but it was still creepy watching this door just slowly open on its own. But
the funny thing about this story about our mother is that it took place during the '88 World Series, which was the Dodgers versus the A's, because our family's big Dodgers fans. Well, Chris isn't, but
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of you being a fan.
But we love the Dodgers, and this was in 1988 when they were in the World Series, and our dad was, I don't know how old we were then. I can't do math, so
88. Oh,
I don't know.
Younger. We were younger.
We were younger.
Than we are now.
But so I texted our dad so we get the story right. You know, we want to get it right.
Otherwise, he'll call us later and say, "You got this wrong.
You got the story wrong." So I texted him, and this is what he said. I can just read it, I guess, in his voice. Here we go. So he said, this happened during the '88 World Series while he was watching one of the games one night. So he says, she went to bed while I was watching Dodgers and A's play, and she woke up thinking, I came in the room, but saw an image. What?
You read it fine earlier. What you
I
doing?
know. She woke up thinking, I came in the room, but saw an image floating above her and between her and the hallway door. Okay, so she was laying in bed, right? And she saw an image.
Yes.
Was she in bed?
Yes.
She
was, she was in bed, and she saw an image floating above the door that led to the hallway.
Yeah, sorry, the little sentence was a little weird. So it was between her and the hallway door. She finally frantically called out to me until I heard her. And she said it disappeared when I opened the door and came in the room. And she didn't want me to go back and finish the game. So our mom saw a floating image of a person.
Something, yes.
In her doorway. And then when my dad came to the door, it disappeared.
Ooh. The scariest thing was he couldn't finish the game.
I know, and that's what I was going to say. And he was more worried about, oh, come on. This is the World Series. The Dodgers are in. Let me go back and finish the game.
You'll be fine.
I personally, I don't think I've had any ghost stories happen to me. I went to elementary school for a little bit before it closed down called King Springs. Supposedly it was haunted. And one day when we were walking down to the music room, I think it was in the basement, we all swear we heard something going on. The college we went to, one of the dorms was supposedly haunted, and you could hear a kid dropping marbles, which I heard many times when I was in that dorm, the girls' dorm.
Whoa, hey.
Hey, just visiting friends,
Yeah, so multiple people.
But that was sort of creepy because it was. I'm sure it was nothing, but it sounded like marbles dropping and rolling. Did you ever hear that, Katrin, when you were in there?
Yeah. I mean, you'd hear anything because it's the linoleum floor, and it just you drop something, it sounds like ting 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 ting.
That was cool.
Bounces.
Nuts.
I've been to the Stanley Hotel, which is supposedly one of the most haunted places in the United States. It gave Stephen King the idea to make The Shining. Went on their ghost tour, and I have my theory about ghosts. I was going to see what you guys believe about ghosts. Are ghosts real? Are ghosts not real?
Oh,
what do you think? What's
Well, I haven't really had any experience either. I've been to places that are supposedly haunted. Like I went to the Queen Mary, did like ghost tour on there, which was really cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, like cool to see, and it is creepy. You get a creepy feeling in there, but I didn't see anything. And been to the Winchester Mansion out in California, built by Sarah Winchester, I believe. And it was really weird. Like, it's just, she kept building onto the house. There's actually a movie coming out about this. There's like stairs that lead up to nowhere and doors that open up into space where if you walk through, you're dead. And just things like that. But I again didn't really see anything there. So I don't know. I haven't really seen anything or experienced anything to say. Yeah, but I mean, there are, like, our Memaw, I mean, she believed. So I mean, could be. I don't know.
What do you think, Adrian?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I never had any experiences. I've watched all the shows. We used to watch Ghost Hunters pretty religiously, and when they were all together, you know, and I had a Taps shirt, and you know, we really got into it, and you'd see things. Everyone's like, "Oh my gosh," you know, there it is. It's proof. But yeah, I don't know.
That's the thing that kills me about all those shows. Like, they never really prove anything. They're just like, it's like, well, we investigated another place. What did we find? Nothing.
I mean, every once in a while you'd see something that made you think, "Oh my gosh!" But the teasers what kill you though, because you're just like, you were watching, and then you're like, "Didn't we just do a commercial?" And then it's you know, they're teasing you, and you just gotta keep watching.
Yeah.
I think I want a Snickers now, you know, because you get the Snickers commercial or something.
All right, so you ready for my theory?
Corporate America.
You ready for my screwball theory?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
All right. Everybody put your crazy hats on. Here's what I think. I don't believe in ghosts. I'll just go ahead and start it with that.
Except for the Holy Ghost.
Yeah. I believe in angels and I believe in demons, but I do not believe in ghosts. I think once we're dead, we go to one of the two places and that's it. Either heaven or hell, and we're not left roaming around. But here's my thoughts on this whole ghost phenomenon. People seeing ghosts. I'm going to take a little scientific approach, but it's probably not science at all. It's just what goes through my head. I think
science.
Yeah, I think what people see is a picture of the past, and you're like, what? Sort of like how we can take a photograph and we can see that photograph, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's been some studies done on certain minerals and rocks found in certain places that are supposedly really haunted, and all it is the rocks capture, or the minerals in the earth capture a picture of the past because of some natural phenomenon that leaves that picture there. And when the conditions are right, whether it's weather or whatever, you can see the remnants of this picture of the past. So just like, not like our cell phones where it's all digital, but when people first started taking pictures, certain chemicals and stuff were used, and they would develop picture and stuff like that. So I think that a lot of these so-called hauntings where people see stuff is this natural phenomenon of picture taking that happened in the past, and when certain things are right, because notice you don't see it. Like if I say, "Oh, my house is haunted," and then somebody else comes over the next day, they don't see the same thing I see, but I could see it like once every 2 years or once in a blue moon when the weather's right or whatever. So I think it's something more scientific, less I'm a dead guy walking around. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you think about all the like the noises that happen, and the things that people see happen or move, things that move, and it's kind of like you were talking about earlier, how it's like the wind came up under the house into the, you know, and changed the pressure, and you know, it's like the perfect storm of things happening, and you know.
Yeah.
There's also that thing, I forget what it's called, where you see faces and stuff, like your mind automatically.
Yeah, your mind automatically.
Like kind of forms a face out of stuff, and which is, I mean, you can do that with anything. You can look at like tile on the floor, and you can look out a face.
But I forget the exact rock, but there was actually scientific studies done on this rock that would cause this natural phenomenon of like photograph taking. But the whole Stanley Hotel, which is supposedly the most haunted place in the United States, is built on that rock. And you could take the tour and go in the basement of the Stanley Hotel, and it's not walls in the basement, it's the rock. The rock is everywhere. This one kind of rock.
Yeah. The actor, he's everywhere there.
No, not that. I don't know. It sort of makes sense to me, because if you think about it, when you take a picture, I mean, if I took a camera to some tribe somewhere that has never seen a camera and take a picture and show them a picture of themselves, what are they going to think?
You stole their soul.
You stole their soul. It's the same type of thing. It's just stuff that we don't understand. It's not somebody's ghost just walking around. All
right. Tony Stuck.
But I do believe in angels and demons. I believe demons mess with you all the time.
Oh yeah.
And some of this stuff that's supposedly hauntings is demons just messing with your head, because I don't want to get through the whole religious side of it, but what's their job? To mess with your head so you don't actually see the truth. So so I do believe in that, but I believe also that there's a lot of natural phenomenon that happens that causes us to think that there's dead people walking around, but I don't think so.
You're really upsetting Steve.
Hey, Steve. Of course. But it was like when I took the ghost tour of the Stanley Hotel, our guide was named Scary Mary, whatever, and she was like totally like bought in. She's like, "Yeah, this is where the ghosts are," and she made us sit in a dark room and like to just feel, the spirits will come to you, and I'm just sitting there like, all right, whatever. Nothing's happening.
I don't think that was someone that worked there. I don't
Oh, she worked there.
Hijacked you.
So it's fun, but I mean, who knows? Ghosts could exist, but I don't know everything. I have a ghost radar on my phone that's really fun to use. You like turn it on, like I did it at the Stanley Hotel. You turn it on, and it'll like make words pop up, and it was pretty funny. Get out! No. I mean, it's totally bogus and stuff, but it was just a fun app. There was recently like 2 pictures that came out of the Stanley Hotel that people took, and it looked like a little girl walking down the stairs, which is really creepy looking. Ooh. But again, it could be that whole phenomenon of just a picture of the past. Because if you notice, it's always, period dress, and it's never like my buddy Bill, he came, he stopped by last night. He's been dead for, a couple of months, but he stopped by.
That's Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
But maybe they just like to dress in period clothes, though,
Yeah, that's what you wear.
That's what you do in the afterlife, man. It's like, I get to play dress up. Yeah. This is heaven, man.
Got suspenders. This is great.
Yeah. So enough with me being a skeptic or whatever, but I don't know. I think there's demons and angels, but I also think there's natural phenomenon that happens that we don't quite understand. Leprechauns. And what?
And leprechauns.
And leprechauns. Well, they're magically delicious, so. Oh, man. Anyways, so half our listeners are probably like, oh, what an idiot. The other half is like, yeah, he's probably right. I don't know.
Well, maybe not half and half.
5 and 5, I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure about 80% still think you're an idiot, but on a different subject.
That's true.
So Flash came on this week.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, Flash came on. We'll get back to our normal stuff next week. Flash did come on. It was an okay episode. It wasn't anything to write home about, I didn't think.
It was funny because at work today, we were sitting there in this meeting, and we all had our laptops out. We're talking and all this, and this guy, one of the guys, like, all my icons are messed up, and my computer keeps crashing, and then this other guy's computer keeps crashing, and everybody's like having all these issues, different computers from different companies and all that.
Must be a ghost.
No, and it gave me the opportunity to talk about Flash because I was like, there was this. Do y'all watch Flash? And one guy was like, he said, yeah, but I hadn't watched it yet. But I was like, well, anyways, so there's this girl that she's super unlucky, and then all of a sudden she's super lucky, and everybody around her has bad luck. And it's like I feel like that's what it is because they're like, well, maybe you should leave, So I didn't leave. Being the IT guy, it's like they're like it's all happening because you're in here or whatever. But usually that's not the case. It's like it doesn't happen when I'm there. It's
you're it.
I am it. Yes.
Yeah.
The creepy clown.
Creepy.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's the creepy clown.
Yeah.
No, the Flash was good. I feel like
it was funny.
They're with the thinker guy or whatever. I feel like they're trying to do the Thanos, whatever you name. What do you call him, Thane? But not doing it very well. Because he's always like, I'm just watching right now. I'm waiting for all the pieces to fall into place before I strike. I'm like, whatever.
He's thinking.
Weird.
I liked it because it's this whole season's been a lot more lighthearted and just kind of fun and jokey and everything.
Yeah.
And so I've been liking that. It's getting back to kind of the first season feel about it. I'm still holding out thoughts on the Thinker because not done really too much yet.
Yeah.
I
like how they're like the whole episode with the house. They're like, "Hey, it's falling apart. It's gonna be a lot of money to fix. We should probably move." Yeah, we probably move. And then it was sort of like the end of this episode. We don't have the budget to make a whole new set. Let's stay. We love the house.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to do it because they just need a room to build other sets.
Yeah, it was just like, by the way, here's where this does not hold up in the real world. Not the speedy Flash stuff. Not the weird superpowers. The thing that doesn't hold up in the real world is when you have a house that's falling apart, and the guy's like, "It's going to be $15,000 to fix this," and then you find out you're pregnant, and you're like, "Yeah, let's spend $15,000 to fix this and have a baby."
Yeah. Yeah. Suddenly it's okay.
Yeah, that's the unreal part for me.
It'll be fine. He's a police detective. I'm sure he's making tons of money. No, not at all. Why
doesn't he just get Barry to fix it all? Because he could speed read a plumbing book.
That's true.
Go get the pipe and then do it like in a few minutes.
Maybe that's what they do.
He could vibrate into the walls and not even have to take the wall out.
Phase into the wall.
Already.
That's his new job. Flash the plumber.
She might have fixed it because she was painting. She was painting the walls. Are they even married yet?
No.
Not Barry and.
They're Joe and what's her face? No, they're not married. They're living in sin.
Yeah,
they are. Jeez, what kind of family show is it?
Having a Jon Snow. That's what they're having. Ryan doesn't get that.
That sounds like a nice name. But I've tried to catch up on Gotham too. I know you guys probably haven't seen it.
I haven't watched tonight's episode, but
I have not. I'm like 2 behind. I'm on the one where it's the kid guest starring from. He was in a show a couple years back that was really funny. He was like a weird kid. But anyways, it's like when he went to get the knife appraised.
Yes, Raj Al Ghul.
Yeah, that show is getting creepy as anything. The dog boy or the dog man.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that dude was freaky looking.
The wild dog kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
This guy that looks like a dog with sharpened teeth and
like these assassin hunters. Like one was giant and muscular and built and like strong and everything, and then like a really wiry little dog creature guy.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Really fun. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
was good. They're getting weird with.
I haven't finished it yet, but yeah. Anyways, so I went to a corn maze today.
Ooh, and looks like you found your way out.
Well, yeah. So we took a toddler and a newborn to a corn maze because we're like,
and left them there.
Why not? No. So my wife had the brilliant idea. No, I mean it's fine. She goes to
She's a genius.
no, she goes to our
Roll
toddler.
back on that a little
She
bit.
goes to our toddler. You lead the way
Oh no!
through the core maze, and I'm like, and I videoed a bunch of it, and I'll put it up on our YouTube page. But so he was like just going, and he was more fascinated with the caterpillars that he found on the ground. So he would just stop in the middle of the corn maze, and we were the only people there. We were literally the only people in the corn maze, which made it a little creepy.
That you know of.
Yeah, that we know of. We got to one part, and there was just like a shirt laying in the path. And I'm like,
Raptured.
someone's lost their shirt. And we passed by it like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, there's that shirt again. Because we were letting the toddler run the show.
Putting cookies down. Someone was like
leaving their clothing.
Putting their clothes. You find a naked guy at the end.
Yeah. But they even gave us a map, so it's like, this can't be too hard. But then letting a toddler lead. Yeah. So somehow, which on the map, if you look at the map, what we did in this corn maze should be impossible if their map is correct. You go in an entrance, and then the only way to get out is to go out the exits. Okay? We go into entrance, we're going around, we're letting him pick which way he wants to go. My wife gets a business call right in the middle of this, so she's like talking on the phone. And we round this corner, and I'm like, oh, that must be the exit. I can see it. We've made it through. Now, I know we did not retrace our steps all the way back to the beginning. Because we came out in a different spot. But on the map, there's only one way in and one way out. Somehow we exited through the entrance, and I have no idea how. Because I was like, that looks familiar. Let's go out. I'm like, that's the entrance. And then I walked around the field, and I found the exit. And I'm like, how in the world? Because we didn't backtrack, because I would have known that. Because we went like further, deeper and deeper in. But somehow we found a magical route that led us back to the entrance and out the thing. So
the workers felt sorry for you and just moved stuff around while you were lost in there.
But this was like a legit cornfield, and they had it where you couldn't walk through the corn. They would just have fences up, and then they had like dead ends, but you could tell it was a dead end because it was like overgrown, and like the right path was like dirt, and then the dead ends are like just overgrown weeds. So I have no clue how we entered one way and then exited the same way, but a different way, because it wasn't the way we entered. What?
Yeah, walked through a wormhole.
I think so. I don't know. It was fun though. I mean, we had fun. He had a blast running through there, and then he decided his leg hurt, so he wanted to ride on my shoulders the rest of the time. So that was fun. They had other stuff to do there, but I guess you could only do it on the weekends, so we didn't get to do any.
Aww.
You could like shoot emojis, which I was like, what? They had these guns you could shoot the poop emoji and stuff with, and he really wanted to do that, but that wasn't open. And then they had a tractor that you could ride in and all this stuff. And then right in the middle was like this murder house. I'm pretty sure it was a murder house. It was the creepiest like old farmhouse I've ever seen. But it was right in the middle of this happy, fun family time.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's fun. What else? Oh, we're about at an hour. But the reason that I was at Chris's house, we'll end on this. Not just to watch Get Out and It, even though we had fun, but we went to the Tour of Mythicality, starring Rhett and Link. Which, if you don't know who Rhett and Link are, they have Good Mythical Morning on YouTube, a daily show, and they're doing a tour now to promote their book. So we went to see it, and it was a good show. I thought it was a good show.
Yes, it was. It was very entertaining.
They sang a bunch of their songs. They had some technical difficulties that were actually, they pulled it off like pros and made it hilarious.
It was good.
Yeah, they brought people up on stage to do Lionel Richie poses on the couch, which was funny. Yeah, then Katrin, these guys are our age, so you know them. I've heard of them. So it was cool seeing people our age be funny. And it was...
What do you mean? We're funny every week.
Well, I mean, without being like rude and crude, and it was just like,
good thing I'm not your age, man.
Good entertainment.
It's sad when I reach that age and I'm no longer funny.
Which we got a new thing this week. What we are? Did you see that? because we're not millennials and we're not X-Geners. They came up with a new way to whatever it is.
No, that's Bruce.
Generation X or whatever.
That's Bruce.
Anyways, they came up with a new way to describe us, and I forget what the term is.
Well, that was a good
Anyways, I'd have to look it up. But yeah, so the Red Link thing was great. We got their book while we were there. It was signed, which was cool. It was in an old theater called the Majestic, which was a really cool theater. Yeah, it was fun seeing Dallas. That's the first time I've been in Dallas. Cool area. Mm-hmm. I got to see where you work.
Yes.
Had to sign a waiver to enter the building. That was fun. They didn't trust me. I mean, how could you trust us?
No one does. No one does.
But we also have a video of our time at Red Link up on our YouTube page. It's already got like 50 hits. We just put it up not too long ago.
Wow.
I know. And, for us, that's good.
Yep, and our generation name is Xennial.
Xennial. Yes.
Xennial.
We are the Xennials.
Generation X, millennials.
It's like an alien race. Xennials.
Like a disease.
We also watched.
Gotta get my Xennial checked out. Ugh.
We also watched the Expedition Unknown.
Look, we need a Xennial.
Extraterrestrials while we were at your house, or aliens.
Extraterrestrials?
Yeah, whatever they're called.
Extraterrestrials?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to spit in my mouth there.
Yeah, Expedition Unknown, show on Travel Channel, I believe.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the ending yet, so don't ruin it for me.
So there's this part when they're...
I'm sure they find nothing, because all those shows are like, yep, found nothing.
My family came to my house. Sorry, my brother was at my house this weekend.
That's
true.
So
isn't that fun? And we watched the Travel Channel. I never watched it. We watched that show, whatever, on demand.
Expedition Unknown.
Yeah, but it was what they have like an after show, or what do they do where they sit and talk about?
Yeah, they did an after show after this one. Just it was like them and like a big kind of like alien guy who knows a bunch of stuff. Sat down with him and talked through like everything they found from the episode before and stuff. It's really fun. It's good.
Let's go.
What did you guys think of the alien expert guy?
He's all in.
Which one was that one? Is that the one when they were driving out into the desert or whatever? Or not desert?
It's the one where the African school kids all see this craft.
Yeah.
And he was like interviewing them and but the alien expert dude, he was a little kooky. He was just like, "Yep, it's real. There's no doubt about it. It's real."
There's no explanation. And then I love that, like, it's camera guy. It's like longer hair. He's like, every time he's like, "No, dude, no." There's it's really funny. He shot him down. Like, I think that guy shot him a bunch of dirty looks every time he started talking.
Yeah. Well, the other photographer, the other camera guy, the bald-headed one, he was hilarious. He was like, "Oh yeah, they're interdimensional beings, and their pets are Sasquatch and the Yeti and stuff." And I'm just like, "What?" And Josh Gates is like, "You're on something, dude." But yeah, wow, we made it to a bunch. We didn't answer all the questions though. Let's see if there's one question we can answer to wrap it up.
Oh, and before that, so while you're looking, I just so that our audience knows, I did get to see David Tennant this past weekend. We talked about it a little bit last week, where I dressed up as a bride and my wife dressed up as a bride from The Decoy Bride, his movie, and we recreated the cover of that movie. And he thought it was funny, actually. He thanked us for it. He was like, "Oh, I've never done a picture like that before," and he liked it a lot. So, and we had a bunch of people like laughing with us and everything, and said, "Oh, that's great." And Jenny got her first cosplay picture. Some guy came up to her. It was like, "Oh, can I get a picture for my website where I post all my cosplay that I take pictures at?" Which,
sure, that's the website.
We looked. It's a website. It's there, just in case. But but it was her first cosplay, and she got a picture taken.
Aww.
So cute.
Did the guy know who she was supposed to be?
Yeah, yeah, he did. Yeah, well, there was if you're a David Tennant fan at a Comic-Con, you know all his stuff. Everyone knew. And it was like, oh, I love that movie. Especially all the girls. When we were standing in line to get pictures with them, I'm pretty sure it was 90% women in that line. They were there for him. And they weren't leaving without him.
Let's see. There's a couple of questions. I don't know if we can answer really fast. It was like, who would be the most difficult horror or evil character to kill? That one may take a while to answer because I don't know.
They're all pretty hard.
Yeah, pretty hard to kill. This one we might be able to answer fast. Favorite classic Universal monster? Asked by Jack.
Ooh.
Not sure what that means.
The classic monsters are Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein.
I didn't know if it was like specific to Universal Studios or what are we talking about?
The Creature from the Black Lagoon and Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, well, you said Bride of Frankenstein, but like Frankenstein.
Frankenstein, monster.
Yeah. And the Mummy. And,
the Mummy, yeah.
Even like I think Phantom of the Opera sometimes is kind of grouped in that. I would definitely go with Wolfman.
Wolfman.
Because it's a like I've always liked the Wolfman. It's like the whole transformation, and everything. And it's really a tragic character because he can't control everything, and he kind of harms everyone around him. And I love werewolf like stories and everything, and especially like transformation stuff, like VFX stuff and everything. It is great. Like, and it's done like every time it's done almost like kind of differently and new and cool. And the first one, I watched it, a while back, and it's just all makeup effects with that one, and it's really nice looking. I'd have to go with Wolfman.
Catherine?
I feel like it's the easy way out, but I guess Dracula would probably be the one I would pick.
No, that's a tie for me because Dracula, especially the classic, like the old.
Yeah. He's pretty suave and he can turn into a bat, right? In some cases. Yeah. And
sometimes we had bat mist.
Can we flash back to our battle royale with cheese and what we had? Just think about all the things Dracula.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it'd be a close tie between Dracula just because of how just how that character has lasted through time and grown and changed. But even like the original, just how amazing that was. But between that and the Creature from the Black Lagoon, because I think that was just sort of the opposite. It's a unique character. It hasn't been as commercialized over and over and over again. An interesting story. So those probably two would be the tie. They have a cool statue of the Creature from the Black Lagoon at Universal Studios in Orlando. They did have it in the courtyard of a restaurant, but now they have it inside. But it's like a full-size creature, and it's cool. It's cool looking.
Okay, so to add on, so now do your impression of your favorite character. So do your impression of Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Glub 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 glub. That's him underwater.
That's good. That's good. All right, Catherine, Dracula. Go ahead.
I want to suck your blood.
Perfect. Much better than Ryan. Okay.
Mine was under. Oh, I know. I need some water. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Let me try again.
Okay, here we go. Oh, there you go. That's good.
You probably couldn't hear that. I wasn't close enough to the mic.
Oh, I can hear it.
Oh, okay. There we go.
One. That's the one I meant.
The best count. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Wolfman, take it away.
Oh,
gosh, it's so loud.
Was that real?
There you go. Broke everyone's eardrums.
Wow, that was neat.
Right. And, yeah.
Anyways, well, good. So, and your favorite version is Teen Wolf, of course, right?
Of course, Teen Wolf.
Yeah. Was there another one?
Anyway, so supposedly they were going to reboot this horror classic monster universe, but I think that was shot in the foot with the last Mummy movie.
It's DOA.
Yeah. Oh well, it could have been good. But anyways, well, I challenge you, go out and watch a good movie for Halloween.
Stranger Things starts tomorrow.
Stranger Things,
back
starts tomorrow. We'll talk about that next week. Hopefully, we'll get some time to watch it. Gage was like, nope.
Maybe I'll try.
But... Maybe
that's our whole plan for the weekend. That's it. It's just watching that.
I want to watch. I've had a movie sitting on my shelf for 3 years. Well, it was packed away when we moved, so I didn't get to watch it. Halloween 3: Season of the Witch. I've been wanting to watch it. I'm hoping to pull that baby out.
Wow, Halloween 3?
Yeah, no, I've never seen it. And,
really?
I know I may have seen it a long time ago, but I just don't remember it. I just know that it doesn't have Michael Myers in it, so I want to see what they do. And it's involving some Halloween masks, which I'm like, this sounds amazing.
Is it John Carpenter? Is he a Halloween guy? But with creator, whoever. Yeah. So yeah, he made Halloween 1 and 2,
which were
and
great.
Then from there he wanted to turn it into like a serial type thing where it wasn't going to be about Mike Myers. He was going to do several of them. Mm-hmm. It's going to be totally different, and everyone hated the third one.
But it's sort of got a cult following now. So it's sort of it's got a cult following. People love it now. So I want to rewatch it because I'm sure I watched it like a long time ago. But that's sort of on my Halloween to-do list before Halloween is over with. Anyways, all right, Stranger Things 2 next week. But it'll be the end of Halloween Geek, so we'll work that into Thanksgiving somehow.
It works.
But we'll be thankful we watched it, or we'll be thankful it's over if it's bad. So one way or another, we'll be thankful.
I'm hoping it's good. Fingers crossed. But that's the end of Halloween Geek. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, if we're still doing this next year, we'll do it again. But
and if you dress up for Halloween, you go trick or treating. Be sure to post your pictures on our Facebook. Yeah,
Facebook, or Twitter, or I Am Geek Show. You can post them on there too.
Yeah,
post them everywhere.
Tagging them on Instagram.
Yeah. So don't if
you can text Ryan. His number is 813.
It's
7. I don't know his number.
It's 867-5309.
Oh, yeah. 555.
Oh, I thought that was your wife's number.
That is my wife's number.
Yeah. Anyways,
both of your wives.
We've went long tonight, so sorry about that.
Not sorry,
but we've had fun doing it. So if you can, give us a like, subscribe, give us a review. All reviews are good reviews because that means people are actually listening. But we'd love to hear from you. So if you want a Halloween shirt, it's too late to get one by Halloween, but I made one. It's on Spreadshirt. You can go find it. It says clowns aren't evil, they're just hungry. So it's up there. Anyways. All right. Thank you again for listening. Get out! Go watch Get Out. Or It. Or both.
Get it out!
Get it out! I told you not to go in that house. Anyways. All right. See you next time on I Am Geek. This just in. Late breaking news. Chris has had a zombie frappuccino.
Question.
Wow.
We thought we'd add this on at the end. How was it?
It was actually really good. Like, surprisingly good. Because we go to Starbucks all the time. Jenny loves Starbucks. She's like addicted to it. We just plug it into her veins and she just goes. But I don't really like coffee. I usually get their tea. And I thought a Frappuccino was coffee, but I guess it's not really coffee. It's like
it should have coffee. Yeah.
I don't know.
doesn't
She
have
said
coffee
it
in
didn't have
it.
coffee. I don't like coffee taste, so I was just like, I don't want a coffee. I don't want it. And she's like, no, it's fine, it's fine. And I don't do dairy, so mine was actually with almond milk and didn't have the whipped cream on top. But you get it, and it's green and brown, like for the main drink, and then the top is whipped cream, almost looking like a brain. It's pink, that kind of nasty, it's all nasty like a zombie. When I ordered it, I almost like I should have done it. I didn't though. I was when they asked you, okay, hey, what do you want? Brains. I didn't do it though. I
should have.
I'll probably get another one. I'll probably do it again. Because it's really good. It's like a caramel apple almost taste to it. It's like drinking a caramel apple, and like a little bit of chocolate flavor in there too. But oh my goodness, like I was surprised by it. Like it surprised me. I'm sure the calories are like outrageous. Or
I've heard it's ridiculous how many calories are in it.
I drank like half of it. I got a grande. I drank half of it.
Did you get a brain freeze?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, I was waiting for that.
I did a little bit get a brain freeze.
So you had a vegan zombie Frappuccino.
I had a vegan zombie Frappuccino. I'm so LA right now. But it was really good. I highly recommend. It's just this weekend, I think. Go out and get one. So go to Starbucks, because you're going to Starbucks. Everybody goes to Starbucks. Get a zombie Frappuccino.
So you highly recommend it. There we go.
Yeah, order it by saying brains.
Do it.
Nice.
Do it. Anyways, well, there we go. Late breaking news right here, only on I Am Geek and every other podcast probably this weekend. So
there you go.
There you go. See you real soon. Bye-bye now.